I look like I'm in an interrogation room, don't I? You should be expecting to lose about 2 kg a week, right? Not quite. So how much can you expect to lose on a weekly basis? So a lot of people start a weight loss journey and expect to lose weight rapidly. But the thing is, if you lose weight too fast, that might actually be a red flag. At the same time, if you lose it too slow, you might get frustrated and give up. So let's find out where that sweet spot is. So a good sweet spot for most people, on average, is about 0.4, maybe 0.5 kg per week, 0.3 if you don't want to do it as aggressively. Now, I say on average because some weeks you're not going to lose any weight. Other weeks, you might lose more than that. It could be double. And I think a lot of people hear 0.4, 0.5 kg per week, and then they're like, on the first week where it doesn't happen, they're like, what's happening? Why isn't it working for me? And I'm like, it's almost like you ignored the part where I said on average. So it's not going to happen every single week. Now, if you have more body fat to lose, let's say you're 100 kg overweight, then yes, initially you can see much faster progress, much faster than 0.4 or 0.5 kg per week. It could be a kg per week. You know, it depends on your starting point. At the same time, if you have much less and you're already very lean, it's going to be much slower because you have much less body fat to lose. Now, I want to give you a heads up on a few other things. One being that when you start out, chances are you are going to lose weight more rapidly than you are as you get deeper in, because number one, you've just started, and when you've just started, like I said, you've got more fat to lose. And then number two, oftentimes when we start in a calorie deficit, there is less sodium intake, there's less water retention going on, there's less food inside of us, and all of these things can mean that we're going to weigh less on the scale, and it's not necessarily fat loss. There's just other things that are going on, which again means that you initially see what looks like faster results. So I want to give you a heads up on that part, because I want to let you know when you get deeper in, and once things start to slow down a bit, that's normal. You keep going, okay? Don't stop because you think something's wrong with you. Now, at the beginning of this video, you would have also heard me say if you lose weight too fast, then that could be a red flag. Now, like I said, if you've got a lot of weight to lose, then it could be normal. But for most people, if you're losing like 1 kg, 1.5 kg every single week, then chances are your calorie deficit is way too aggressive. And this is going to show furthermore if you're like always feeling super hungry, like you're ravenous, then that is concrete evidence that your calorie deficit is too steep. It's resulting in muscle loss. You're not losing just body fat by this point, you're losing valuable muscle as well, which isn't a good thing. Your chances are you're always going to be thinking about food, which isn't a nice place to be. You're always going to feel tired, you're going to feel weak, low energy, cravings all the time, and then at the end of it all, you might just rebound really hard, which might cause you to put all that weight back on and some more. So don't put yourself in that cycle. Be in a moderate calorie deficit. Now, another point I mentioned earlier within this video that I want to expand on some more is that weight loss is not going to happen every single week. So if you don't see the scale move for like a week or two, that's not a plateau. That's very normal. It could be a plateau, but that's not a long enough amount of time to confirm that it is. I've seen scale weight hold steady for my one-to-one online fitness members or for myself for like 2 weeks straight, and then at the beginning of week 3 there's a massive drop. So the important thing is that you keep going and you don't just pay attention to scale weight. You look at progress pictures, you look at measurements, you pay attention to how old clothes are fitting. All these things matter as well, because if you just focus on scale weight, it's a slippery slope. And I've seen it many times where like scale weight stays the same, but progress pictures, measurements, old clothes, the way they're fitting are all improving. But you wouldn't know that if you just looked at the scale. Now, overall, I hope you enjoyed this video. So like I said, about 0.4 kg a week on average can be a sweet spot. Ultimately, it depends on how much weight you have to lose and how consistent you're being. Otherwise, I hope you found this video helpful. If you want free fat loss tips from me every day for 2 weeks, and sign up for my free fat loss Kickstarter via the link in the caption of this video.